Right, I'm making this very quick video and it's going to be raw. There's no editing or anything like that because I want to upload it very quickly because I am absolutely disgusted with the mainstream media this morning talking about yesterday. I went to London, Trafalgar Square yesterday. I don't know how many people, but there was loads of people. I was a little bit disappointed, and obviously I'll tell you about that in a separate video. But for now, I want to say that the event was peaceful. There was lots of people there. They were very friendly. There was no, there was no atmosphere of unrest. Everybody was polite. They were very helpful. They were only there to protest. The police, they were wandering around, smiling. Well, you couldn't see because they were all wearing masks, but they were very jolly. They were talking to people, and in my opinion, there was an adequate number of police in the square. It wasn't excessive. Anyway, so this is the Standard, and there is another one in the Guardian, which is a video. Now the video guy was there because he was filming, and I must have seen him because he was directly in front of me when he was doing it. And again, I'll show you the video in a separate video. I'll show that. But for now, we're going to concentrate on this one because I left probably about 2:30 because I was so cold on my scooter, and unfortunately I couldn't get anywhere near anybody to be able to hear them and see them because the way that it was arranged, it was very poorly designed. Had no chance. If you weren't able-bodied and you couldn't walk up steps, then basically you couldn't see anything, you couldn't get anywhere near it. And I did try. So, having decided to leave, on the way back to Waterloo, 8 police vans, blue sirens, everything, and I thought, oh, well, here we go, and I was right, because as I was going down the road, there was about 4 or 5 parked up, and then of course the other 8 that I saw driving. You're talking about a dozen big transit vans full of men, and you probably get about 10 or 12 in each van. And now I know why they were there and what they were doing, because it says in this article, Trafalgar Square anti-lockdown protests shut down by police after thousands of maskless demonstrators ignore social distancing. Police dispersed the crowd over fears that they were putting people in danger. Bottles were thrown and batons were used as clashes broke out. The bottles, by the way, were plastic water bottles, not beer bottles. Jeremy Corbyn's brother, Piers, why did they always have to bring that up? And conspiracy theorist David Icke amongst the attendees. Apparently, according to my knowledge, Piers wasn't there. He was in Hyde Park. And of course I just missed David Icke, who came on probably about 2:45. That's my guess. I don't know for sure. So I wouldn't have been able to see him or hear him anyway. But yes, so I missed that. So this obviously there's a video there which you can play if you want. No, I don't want to play it. Shush. Thank you. Quiet. Now, clashes broke out as a huge anti-lockdown protest in Trafalgar Square was shut down. Thousands, yeah, well, you've had that. They attended on Saturday for a We Do Not Consent rally, despite pleas from police for people to abide by coronavirus restrictions, which is a load of crap, because the organisers said, and I heard them say it, that they have spent the last week in negotiations with police to allow this protest. So, I mean, all right, yeah, fair enough, people were very, very close and they weren't wearing masks, but that's not the point. The demonstrators were seen carrying a... why has it done that? I've got a flipping advert to come up. Hours later, police said that the event was being shut down because demonstrators were putting people in danger of transmitting the virus. They warned that anyone who stayed could be subject to enforcement action. As officers tried to disperse the crowd, bottles were thrown and scuffles broke out. Police donning riot helmets using batons against protesters, leaving some with visible injuries. Officers were also seen removing sound equipment while several protesters were led away in handcuffs. Another demonstrator was physically carried away from the scene by officers. Piers Corman, the brother of former Labour leader, blah blah blah, was among those at the event. He wasn't, as far as I know, he was at Hyde Park. Conspiracy theorist David Icke, who has made, this is what made me laugh, who has made several false claims about coronavirus, was it also in attendance? He hasn't made false claims. Everything that he's said has come true. When are they going to stop this bullshit? It's unbelievable. Such rubbish. In a statement announced the shutdown, the Metropolitan Police said crowds in Trafalgar Square have not complied with the conditions of their risk assessment and are putting people in danger of transmitting the virus. Bollocks. That's a load of crap for starters. This has voided their risk assessment and we have informed the event organisers they are no longer exempt from the regulations. We are now asking those in Trafalgar Square to leave. Yeah. And then, obviously, they mentioned last week's when there was a small minority targeted police. More than 32 arrests were made. They said that had been engaging with organisers throughout the week to remind them of their legal obligations and explaining the event could be in breach of the COVID-19 regulations. While protests are exempt from the rule of six, organisers must submit a risk assessment and comply with social distancing. Yeah. So basically what they did, they waited for David Icke to come there, and then they raided it with riot police. I mean, there was absolutely no need for it. I'm sorry I missed it, but I really was too cold to even move. It was just beyond belief. I mean, it was about 12 degrees, and I had shirts and jumpers and jacket and hat and stuff, and I was still cold. Is that it? I think that's probably it. Goes on forever. Anyway, so here we go. Here we go. So called. Right, here we go. The event, organised by opponents of lockdown measures, saw coronavirus skeptics and so-called anti-vaxxers. Some branded the COVID-19 pandemic as scam. Scuffles broke out between demonstrators and police. Well, probably because they started it. I mean, to be fair, there was a police helicopter overhead the whole time, and there was no need for that. It makes it very difficult to hear what was being said. Right, well, that is it for now, I think. But I am absolutely disgusted with this. Mainstream media need to really get a life. Right, watch out for the other videos. I'll be doing them later on and during the week because there is too much to do. But I really just wanted to get this out raw, just to say it's disgusting. Have a good day. Bye for now.